feeling ko nanonood ako ng Miss Universe. Kung paano magsalita si Lorin, di ba? Mas magaling pa magsalita kaysa sa mga contestants doon. Anyway, my question is, sa tansya mo, sa palagay mo, Lorin, sino ang mas magaling umarte between you and your mom? Kasi nag-theater ka, di ba? Siyempre, nagkakaroon ka somehow ng assessment, di ba?
I think definitely my mom, because at the end of the day, she's been in showbiz since she was 13 years old, so yung experience niya sobrang extensive. She's had first-hand experience of being on a set and having so many different roles. So I think as of now, definitely her. But hopefully one day after projects and after my own experiences, then I'll be able to reach her level, hopefully, one day. But I think definitely my mom.
Follow up ko lang, ano yung best advice na binigay sa'yo ng mom mo ngayon na you are entering show business? Yung talagang tumatak sa'yo at yung dadalhin mo kapag tumal ka na sa industry na to?
Actually, the biggest or best advice that she gave me was something super small na I think a lot of people forget, but is super important. It's to, whenever you go on set, be super respectful to everyone. Make sure you say hi, thank you, goodbye to every single person on set, especially your elders, your veteran actors who are working with you. Ang dami niya kasi horror stories na nasa set yung mommy ko, tapos yung mga bagong artista, hindi nagbabate, ganyan. And as an artist, especially starting out, I know my place naman, and I know I have to work my way up. And I think it's super important to be respectful to everyone you work with and to be kind to everyone you work with. And I think that's something that young artists or anyone who plans to join showbiz should remember and understand. It's to make bate to everyone and be respectful of everyone on set.
Last na lang, isang hirit na lang. Sino ang showbiz crush mo? Parang mula kanina hanggang ngayon, parang wala ka pa nababanggit na gano'n, na guy from showbiz na crush mo, kung meron man.
Parang yung crush ko lahat international as of ngayon eh. Kasi yung mga ka-age ko, lahat sila kaibigan ko. Tapos yung mga hindi ka-age ko, masyado naman silang gurang. So, lahat ng crushes ko international. Baka sa Harry Styles na lang yung sasabihin ko.
Okay. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Yan, thank you, Leo. Yan. Okay, after Leo, let's proceed naman tayo kay Kate Adahar. Hi, Kate.
Hi, good afternoon, Kuya. Good afternoon, Lorin.
Hi.
You mentioned earlier that you and your mom share the love for beauty and makeup. And we know she's a Miss World princess, no? Did she give you beauty rules to live by growing up?
Yes. I think the biggest tip I learned from her is whenever you're doing your eye makeup, put white eyeliner sa waterline to open up your eyes. My mom always did that whenever she was getting ready and getting dressed up. Of course, my mom's skin is beautiful, so she gives me a lot of skincare tips also. Sinabi niya noon na linalagay niya ng raw egg yung face niya as a natural face mask. Hindi ko pa yun na-try. I don't know if I will try it, but that's something that she used to do. And of course, with clothes, she always tells me what looks good, what doesn't, in a brutally honest way, which sometimes I need, because sometimes I put on an outfit that I think is cute, but my mom's like, no. And then looking back, I'm like, yeah, my mom was right. It wasn't that cute. So, of course, she gives me a lot of style and beauty tips, which I'm super grateful for.
Thanks. And for my second question, I know you're still not allowed to have a boyfriend, no? But what lessons did you learn about love from your lola and your mom? Maybe
I think I learned that you should really be careful who you marry. You should really just make sure you know the person. And that's what my mom always told me. Whenever you're looking for a guy, you should look at not only him, but his background, who his friends are, who his family is. Because the people that someone surrounds themselves with tells a lot about their character. And of course, finding someone who's God-fearing, who shares the same values as you. Of course, sometimes when you're dating and you're young, you don't think about those things long-term, but it's really those important conversations that you need to have which is why I think my lolo and lola's marriage lasted so long. It's because their families get along so well, and they really know each other, and they've known each other for so long. So I think my biggest tip is just to be careful who you marry and make sure you really know the person.
You're so articulate. Congratulations, Lorin.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Kuya.
Yeah, thank you, Kate Adahar. Okay, eto naman, no? May mga, may mga ibang mga pinapantanong din dito. Okay. Pero sige, bago itong mga pinapatanong, ipapasok muna natin si Alan Sangkon. Isang kilalang vlogger din. Hi, Alan!
Hi, June. Hi, Lorin. Hello.
Hi po.
Ano ba lang, Lorin, the last time we interviewed you dun sa pictorial, I think, ng isang cosmetics na nag-endorsed ka, di ba? Parang nag-trending yung mo nun, nung video mo nun because talking about pageantry. Yan. Siguro before yung question ko dahil may init pa yung yung Miss Universe kahapon at sinabi mo meron namang chance, if given a chance baka magbago yung isip mo to enter yung pageantry. So ikaw kung ikaw yung sasagot nung tanong kay Miss Mexico na if you were the leader of your country, how would you handle COVID-19 pandemic? How will you answer that as a beauty queen?
I think the first thing I would do if I was the leader of my country would be to look at the people or the communities who aren't that privileged and who don't have a lot of access to hospitals or to vaccines or to medicine, because they're the people who need our help the most. I think I would try to set up a way that people from lower income families would be able to get access to the necessary healthcare needed. Definitely distribution of masks. Also targeted towards the people who need it the most and can't afford. Because, of course, if you have your own money and if you're a private enterprise or a private business, you're able to distribute those things to your employees. But we really need to look at people who maybe don't have jobs or people who aren't able to get those things for themselves and figure out how can we provide for those who aren't necessarily able to get the resources that they need. So I think that's what I would do. Definite distribution first and foremost to people who are less privileged and who need it the most.
So pwedeng-pwede ka nang sumaling Miss Universe. In answering that question. Yung second question ko, Lorin, anong height mo ngayon?
I'm only like 5'4". I'm not tall. That's also another thing with pageantry. A lot of people think I'm tall kasi yung mommy ko 5'10". Hindi ko alam kung ano yung nangyari sa akin, why I'm so short. But hopefully, iinom na lang ako ng cherry fur para maging tall din. Kasi I'm only 5'4".
Bakit medyo natagalan before you decided to go back? Eto, tuloy-tuloy na ba to? Yung pagpasok mo ng showbiz, not just endorsement? And ano yung gusto mong atahakin? Tulad ba ng mga mong acting or beauty queen or gusto mo bang hosting? Or singing or dancing, ano yung gusto mong ipakita dun sa mga fans mo?
I think the reason why it took me so long is kasi before I was focusing on my studies in high school, syempre yung high school sobrang intense ng workload, ganyan. So I really wanted to graduate high school first. And also now that I'm turning 18, I'm becoming an adult, I'm able to kind of make my own decisions that aren't based on just emotions, kasi noon I was so indecisive. One day I wanted to do it, one day I didn't, and I just kind of needed to wait for myself to be ready and to mature. And I feel like now is a good time to be able to do that. My schedule is going to be more open and I'll have more responsibility over my own time and what I choose to do. And I think I'm mature enough to be able to really handle everything that showbiz does to a person. As for what I want to focus on, lahat naman po, I want to be a well-rounded artist. I want to be a well-rounded individual. Ayoko mag-focus on one thing tapos hindi ako pwede magawa ng ibang skills. I definitely want to develop anything I'm capable of, and I just want to be as well-rounded as an artist as possible po.